Today I'm making a brown sugar blueberry pie. This is the sort of first cool day we've had since fall began, and I thought this pie would be wonderful to demonstrate. So we're going to begin with 2.5 cups of blueberries, pie crust, lemon juice, a little flour. We'll also have heavy whipping cream as well as brown sugar, a half a cup, and a little for sprinkling, along with a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon. So I'll detail these as we go forward. We'll also be using an egg for an egg wash, but we'll begin with using a couple of teaspoons of flour, and they call it bench flour, and this is basically just to roll out our pie crust. This is store-bought. It's perfectly fine. You can certainly make your own, but this makes the recipe quicker. So I'm going to dust it with flour on both sides and roll that out so it will fit my 9-inch pie pan. Next, I'm going to use my Baker's Joy to spray the pie pan and then spread the pie crust over the pie plate with a little bit of the edges hanging over, because we're going to crimp those later. And I've crimped all the way around, and so it'll look a little bit like this, a little less beat up, I guess, but I'm pinching the sides so that it will hold the juice from the pie. Next, we're going to go ahead and get our 2.5 cups of blueberries. We are just going to, rinse off our blueberries. We want to make sure that they're well drained, and we'll set those aside while we make the brown sugar mixture that we're going to fold into the blueberries for the blueberry pie filling. In a separate bowl, we'll begin with 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. I just use my little juicer to squeeze out the juice and add the lemon juice to a bowl along with 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. I'm then adding a half a cup of packed brown sugar, and I'm going to mix all those ingredients together. From there, I'm just going to continue to break it up until it becomes well combined. And once it does, I'm going to add the flour, the 4 tablespoons of flour, a little bit at a time. Next, I'm going to add the quarter teaspoon of cinnamon and just mix that. And it'll be a little thicker mixture, but that's okay. We're going to fold that into the fresh blueberries. Now we're going to sit these blueberries with this brown sugar mix set aside after it's all combined, and you see what I'm doing here. And we're going to work on our lattice pie crust. So I don't actually know what this tool is called, but I use this because it gives me the decorative edges for the pie. It's like a little zigzag pie line there, as you can see. Not completely straight, but it does do the job, and will provide the strips for the lattice style pie. So we're going to go ahead and transfer the blueberries into the prepared pie pan, or pie crust, I should say. And I've just pat them down a little bit, and then I'm going to begin adding the strips. And so I've added all my horizontal strips, and then I'm just going to add my vertical strips until it has this sort of crisscross look to it. I've gone ahead and pinched the edges of my pie as well. And next, I've made my egg wash by mixing 1 egg. And once it's ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and baste my pie crust, right? And, the egg wash is going to make it a really beautiful brown color. And so once the pie is completely basted, I'm going to go ahead and that brown sugar and cinnamon mixture that I was kind of combining earlier, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle that all over the pie. right? So then it's made with brown sugar and topping it with brown sugar. And then we're gonna place it on I put it on a baking sheet with my, on top of a cookie sheet because if it bubbled over. And we're going to add that pie to a 400-degree preheated oven. And we're gonna cook it for 35 to 45 minutes, okay? And once it's done, this is what it looks like. Like I said, it's a beautiful brown color. It has that sweet and tangy flavor because it's got that brown sugar that we love so much in fall mixed with the fresh berries. It's a great fall pie.